was the most terrible moments in my life. Moments when I had to put my 2-year-old daughter and 4-year-old son in a taxi, driving on a trip, a death trip. A trip where I have a very small chance to survive. It was the only road leading to the airport in Baghdad. It all started when my husband lost his job in 2003, when the war knocked our door. And he wasn't able to find a job until USA troops and security companies came into Baghdad. And they offered many jobs. So my husband took a job as a security guard. And that was the point that changed our life. My husband started to get many threatening letters stating that his name is on the list to be killed because of his job. At this point, we cannot stay in Baghdad anymore. My husband started to look for help, and he thought about United Nations programs. At that time, the program was not open in Baghdad, so he thought about Turkey. He said, I have to move to Turkey alone. You cannot come with me. It's too dangerous for us to go together. So he went alone. Arriving in Turkey, he went to United Nations, and they told him, we cannot open a case for you until your family is here. So he called me and said, you have to come as soon as possible. We have to start the process. So I booked a flight to Istanbul. On the day I'm leaving my country, I'm leaving to the airport, the taxi driver said, you know that we might get an attack on our way to the airport. I say, yes, I know. So he was trying to comfort me, say, I will try my best to take you safe to the airport, but the road is so dangerous. I've been there so many times. When I say now in a car, you kneel down, you put your head down, and you tell your kids to do so. And I will drive as fast as possible to pass the attack if it happened. I say, okay. We rode the car, driving forward to the airport. The car got closer to the airport. I thought we made it. He said, I think they're here. I turned to my little kids. I hold their hands, and I told them we're gonna play a game. And they are hearing me now here. I said, when I say now, we all gonna kneel down, it's just a game. They were laughing, they were so happy. So it was just a moment of a quiet. Then the shooting starts. Bullets everywhere, cars turning, screaming, kids crying. I didn't know what was happening. I was so scared, crying. And I felt even guilt that I put my kids in this situation. But my purpose was so big. I wanted a safe land for them. I still don't know how the driver made his way back home. We turned home. We couldn't reach the airport. We went home, we rescheduled our flight, and he said, let's do it. We went, the same thing happened, the same attack. But we turned back again home, but we were safe. Reaching the airport was like a dream for me. It was like an unreachable dream. I didn't know if I will make it out. Then the driver came into my house that night and he said, let's change the plan. Let's move early in the morning. My family said, that's crazy. You're gonna be a clear target to them. But I had no choice. I have to do it. And I made my decision again. Very difficult decision. We went that morning. And finally, we made it to the airport that day. Arriving Turkey now. Life in Turkey is very, very hard for Iraqi refugees, I think for the other refugees as well. You don't have the right to work. You don't have the right to study. The only thing you can do is wait for approval from United Nations. You either get approved or not, and you don't know how long you're gonna stay there. I was so hopeless, so depressed, feeling so isolated. I couldn't interact with people. I was spending all my time at home teaching my kids the English letters. But the day came. It was April 7, 2008, when we got a call that we got approved to Houston, Texas. At that time, our refugee friends, the Iraqi friends, Iraqi people, they like to laugh. So they told us, where are you going? They said, well, we don't have anybody in the United States, so the agency picked us Houston, Texas. They would start to make fun of us. You're going to Texas, you're gonna ride horses, putting these big hats, being cowboys. I didn't imagine my husband to be like a cowboy, actually. I didn't like that. And I told them I actually thought about going to California, seeing the stars, and be side to side, working side to side with Angelina Jolie. I love that woman. She's done a lot, humanity jobs. She's done a lot with the refugees. She's such an inspiration for me. And one day I will be with her, I guess. So, arriving to Houston, I loved Houston. I loved the weather. It's very close to our weather in Baghdad. Interfaith ministry, where the staff were there, it was our agency. Great people. Show us love and care. I liked the way how Interfaith helped us. So I was asking our caseworker, what I can do to be like you guys. I find myself fit in this position where I can help others, help refugees, help our friends coming from Iraq, because I know the situation they've been through. He said, just learn the language. I was so determined. I learned the language in a very short time. And I registered in English as a second language, very intensive classes. I learned the language, then I started to help my friends, doing what I can do just to introduce my culture, my beautiful language to my American friends. I interpret, I translate documents from Arabic to English. I was working in the summer over the phone so I can keep my kids. I waited until my daughter reached 4 years old, where she could go to pre-K. Then I started in Houston Community College. I took many classes in this campus. I graduated with an honor degree in science and applied math. Then I transferred to the University of Houston for petroleum engineering. Very soon I will graduate. And I will start my master program. So my friends, the fears I experienced, the struggle I went through, the attack on me and my kids gave me nothing but strength. I feel I'm a strong, passionate woman. I always will be a cause of change. And I'm telling my kids, my family, and my friends that life could be so hard. But once you pass that point in your life, or that point in my country, everything's going to be just fine. Everything is going to be okay. Be determined, have faith, and help others by changing their dreams to goals on reality. Let's all stand for humanity. Everyone should have the right to dream. Thank you so much.